Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. So in this video we are going to we will be adding basically app bar layout and the view pager for fragments, or you can simply say that we will design basically our main activity for our chat application, just like you guys see in the introductory video. So for that, first of all, let's just close all these files. Now here you can see we have this first fragment which is created by default. We do not need this. Just select this, right click on it, and here you can just click on delete and just click OK. Delete anyway. Same is for the second fragment. Also right click on it and let's delete this, and make sure to delete the XML file for this also. Fragment first.xml. Delete this, delete anyway, and fragment second, and delete this also. One more thing is this navigation folder, or you can say this navigation directory. Okay, we have to delete this also. So right click on this navigation and then click on delete. So yeah, now we are ready to work on our application. So go to the activity main.xml file, and here you will see this layout. Here you can see these three icons, which is this one is to go to the XML code, and this one is to go to the XML alongside with the preview of our layout. Okay, and this one is just for the preview. So let's just click on this one. Okay, this is the XML code where we will route now the XML to design our this page. Here you can see it. So anyways, let's just first of all remove this button, which is our floating action button. Okay, remove this, we do not need this. And also if you go to the main activity, from here we have to delete this fab.setOnClickListener. That's it. Now the next thing is, first of all we have to change our this constant layout to the relative layout. If this is not changed automatically, then you can just type here relative layout like this. Okay, here you can see it. So yeah, now instead of using the relative layout here, because we will be using the ViewPager also, so linear layout will be good to go with it. Okay, so make sure to change this to linear layout, and the orientation for this will be vertical. Width will be match parent wrap content for our app bar layout, and toolbar ID is toolbar. Let's give it ID as toolbar main. Now before we proceed, we have to change the default colors for our this app. So for this you have to just come here to the values inside this res values and then colors.xml. So let's just quickly change the default colors. So the first color that we will use is, this is the color code for it, 393A41. Then the second one is #1C223C, and same for this one also. Let me just create color by another name, which will be our color profile, and later on if we need, we will change this color code for this one. And by the way, if you do not like these colors, then you can choose, make your own color codes, and you can just paste the color code here. You can just simply find it on Google. Whatever your favorite colors are, you can use it here. So yeah, now let's just go back to the main activity. Now here you can see this is our toolbar. Now remove this ending tag, and then let's just end it like this. And now inside this toolbar we need here to add a circle image view alongside with the username. So I will basically provide all these icons. I will provide this link in the description down below. You can just click on this link and it will redirect you to this page, and you can just download this all app icons, which contain basically all of the icons that we'll be using in our project. I will also provide this all app icons in the resource, so you can just easily download it from the resource also. Okay, by the way, this link will be also available in the description, so you can just click on it and it will redirect you to this page. And then let's just click on download. Let's just save this, and our icons has been downloaded now. This is the file. Let's just come here and let's just extract this here, which is this one folder which we extracted, all app icons, which contain all of these icons alongside with this XML design that we will be using for the chats. So just select all of these, copy this and close this, and now let's just go back to the Android Studio. Here you will see this file which is by the name drawable. Okay, so just right click on it, show in Explorer, drawable, and then paste all of these icons here just like this. If you want to see it, you can just large it and you will see all of these designs. So anyways, moreover, I mean, the next thing is basically these dependencies that we need to add in our project. So this link again will be available alongside with the icons link. Okay, you can just click on it and it will redirect you to this page. From here you can just download this file which is by the name other dependencies. Okay, so you can just save this file, and once it is saved, let's just open it quickly, double click on it, and let's just copy all these dependencies, go to the Android Studio, build.gradle module app, and inside this let's just quickly add this, and make sure to remove any extra space. Okay, so these are the libraries that we add. One is the Picasso library for displaying the images that we will retrieve from the Firebase storage and Firebase real-time database. The other one is the card view, the other one is the material edit text, and retrofit. This is basically for our images view, etc. So anyways, let's just click on sync now, and this one dependency is for using the circle image view. So the dependencies have been synced successfully. Now come back here, and here inside this toolbar, let's just add our circle image view, which is this one, de dot this one. Okay, circle image view. Width will be 32 dp, and the height will also be 32 dp. Let's just add a source, and inside the drawable folder we have an image that we already now pasted in the drawable folder. So we have an image by the name IC profile. Let's just change the tint of this to Android white, and let's just assign ID to this. So the ID for this will be profile underscore image. We need to add a circle image view after this, so we can say text view wrap content, and let's just close this. Let's add a text for testing, that is username. Text size will be 18 sp, margin left 26 dp, text color will be Android white, text style will be bold. And by the way, you can see the design here, which is a image icon and the username. Let's just quickly assign ID to this. So the ID for this will be username. After our toolbar, we have to add a tab layout, which is this one. Okay, match parent, wrap content, and the background for this one will be color primary dark, and the tab indicator color will be Android white. So this is our tab layout. Now after outside I mean our app bar layout, which contain the toolbar and our app tab layout, the toolbar and tab layout. After this we need to add ViewPager, with the help of which now I mean we will navigate between the chat fragment, the settings fragment, and the search fragment. We will create that fragment also now. Match parent. The ID for this will be ViewPager. Now let's just quickly go back to the main_activity.kotlin file, and since you know that we change the ID of our toolbar to toolbar_main, so make sure to pass that here, and then inside our onCreate can say, well, we have to change the default value of our toolbar to null. I mean we have to set it toolbar Android X compared this second one. Okay, find view by ID or .id toolbar main, set support action bar toolbar support action bar, and the non-asserted calls here, and let's just set the title with null. Now as you know that hopefully you know about this, that is whenever we create an Android project, then we have a default toolbar, okay, which contains basically the app name. Just like in our case, our project name is Messenger app, so it will display here the default name if we do not set the title null. Okay, that's why we just set the title for our toolbar as null, because we want to display the profile picture and the username instead of that. So yeah, that's it. Now let's just quickly access our tab layout, and we can give it name as tab layout. It is of type tab layout, equals to find view by id or .id dot, and the id for our tab layout is, okay, we have not set the id for it, so let's just assign it id by the name tab layout. Let's just copy this id, come back here, paste that here. Let's just cast our ViewPager also. Of type ViewPager. Now before that, I mean going ahead, let's just create our fragments. So right click on the package name, then new package, and the name of our, I mean first of all let's create a separate folder, or you can say a separate package for all the fragments. So we can give it name as fragments, so it will create this directory, or you can say this package by the name fragments. Now inside this fragment, right click on this fragment, then we have fragment, an empty fragment blank, and our first fragment name will be chats fragment. Make sure to uncheck this one, which is include fragment factory method. Just click finish. Now go to the XML file for this, which is fragment chats.xml. Let's just come here, and here we need to change this frame layout to the relative layout quickly, and then the next thing is to add here some title, and the title for this will be chats, just to make sure, I mean just for the testing purposes for now. Let's just give it 30 dp size, and the gravity for this will be center, just like this, text style bold. Now you can just close this chats fragment. The next thing is to create another one, so right click on fragments, new fragment, blank fragment, and this fragment name will be search fragment. Make sure to uncheck this, click finish. So it has been created now, and close the search fragment. Only just go to the search fragment.xml file, just click on this icon, and just for the time saving, what we're gonna do is let's just come here to the fragment chats, copy this text view, come back to the search fragment and change this to first of all relative layout, and then you can just remove this and change this to settings, since this is our fragment search. So now the next thing is to create another one, which is the last fragment, and that is fragment blank, and name of this will be settings fragment. Make sure to uncheck this, click finish, and let's just go to the fragment settings.xml file, and I'm going to copy the text view from here quickly and come back to the settings, paste that here, and name of this will be count settings. Make sure to change this to relative layout. So yeah, that's it. Now you can just close it and come back to the main activity.kotlin file, and now at the bottom we can create internal class ViewPager adopt. Let's give it name as fragment manager, and it will be of type fragment manager. Fragment pager adapter, and make sure to pass the fragment manager to it. Now here you can see this red line. You can just click here, it will display this red bulb, and just click on this implement members and just select these two members, which is get item, get count. You can also create it manually just by typing like this, which is get item. Okay, just like that. So these are the method name, which is get item and get count. So get item will return fragment position, but first of all here we have, now here basically we are setting our fragments. We have to get the title for this fragment and also the position. So we are using an array list, which will be of type fragment. The second one is to get the title for that fragment, so we can give it name as titles, and it will be of type string. And let's just initialize this init fragments equals array list. This is fragments, okay, not fragment, which contains basically this thing, which is an object of this. I mean, we created array list fragment by this name, which is fragments. Sorry, same is for our titles. Now get item will return the fragment position, and get count will return basically the size, that is how many fragments we have. So it will just return the fragments dot size. Just like in our case we have 3 fragments and we want to display these 3 fragments there on our view pager, which is basically on our main activity. Now let's just create by the name add fragment. It will have 2 parameters. The first one is the fragment, and the other one that we will pass to this function will be obviously the title, which will be of type string. In our array list basically, okay, this one fragments, we have to add this fragment to our array list, which is by the name fragments. So make sure to write that one, okay, which is by the name fragments, and then we can add this fragment which this function is receiving as a parameter, just like this. Then we have for the titles we have separate array list, which is by the name titles. So once we receive this title string, we can just pass this here, and then we have to get page title. Okay, this one, and it will return the titles, which is basically our array list. Okay, and the position we have to pass alongside with it, which is this integer type variable. You can also change the variable name to I. Okay, but you have to pass it like this. Now I just did it just because in some cases many of you will by default this variable name will be different. Okay, so this integer you can change the variable name to anything. So pass that variable name here, which represents the position on which the user will tap and want to move to that fragment. For example, I am on the chat fragment by default. I want to go to the settings, so I will just click on the settings tab and it will move me to that fragment. Now once you do that, just come here and we have to pass inside our own create. We can just simply create an instance of our ViewPager adapter. ViewPager adapter is of, can just say view, sorry, support fragment manager, and let's just using this ViewPager adapter dot add fragment wants two things. The first one is the fragment that it will receive. So the first one fragment we will have is the chat fragment, and the title that we want to set for this fragment will be chats, and similarly for the other fragments. And now you can see this, I mean by default the position of chats will be 0, and then the second one we want to keep the settings search fragment on the second indexed, and the name for this will be search, and then at the third one will be settings fragment, and the name for this will be settings. ViewPager dot adapter equals to ViewPager adapter TabLayout dot setup ViewPager to the ViewPager. I mean, we are ready to test the application, but before doing that, one thing is to go to the content main.xml file, and from here we have to remove this nav graph. Okay, make sure also we do not need this fragment. Just remove this and keep this empty, and change this constant layout to the relative layout. So yeah, that's it. Now we are ready to test the application finally. The app is running now successfully, and here you can see it. We have chat fragments, search, and then settings. And one thing, you can see this color, which is not looking good. Just come here to the activity main, and here one thing is to change the background color for this to, instead of color primary, we can change it to color primary dark. Okay, and then run the application again. So yeah, here you can see it. I mean, the profile picture and then the username, I mean, the design looks really nice. So you can see it is working really nice. So yeah, that's it for this video, and in the next video tutorial we will finally allow user to register and log in using the Firebase authentication and Firebase database. So see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.